Did you turn it down? Good morning, everybody. It is time for stamp class. This is Carrie, and Dale and Oliver are with me this morning.
Hello.
And hopefully several of you will be as well. We are running just a minute late. We had an exciting visitor. Good morning, LD. Ethan stopped by, so we had to talk to Ethan for a minute. Good morning. Can you find it?
Which one is it?
Let me help Dale find the video on the iPad.
I'd rather help too.
Oh yes, Oliver's trying to help too. Good morning. Okay, there we go. There's the video. And Dale will monitor comments. There's Judy, good morning. And Becky, good morning. So we are going to have our Sweet Talk stamp class this morning. So if you registered and received your kit, then I will tell you a few supplies that you're going to need. It's just your basic tools like your paper snips, your bone folder, adhesives. And then you're also going to need a hole punch, or if you have a crocodile, that would probably be the best. Good morning, Donna. If not, then we can show you how to use just a regular hole punch. And then, what else? We're going to need some red ink. I'm using real red, but a nice dark red. Even cherry cobbler, I think, would work just fine. Good morning. Or black. You could certainly use black ink if you don't have a dark red ink. So we've got several of you here with us this morning. So glad you're here. It is super, super windy here in Texas. During the night, this cool front came through and it is extremely windy. So you may hear something hit up against the windows. If so, I'm sorry. It's just crazy. Things are blowing around. It woke me up. It was so loud. But we're still going to have some fun. It doesn't matter what the weather is outside because we're in the craft room and we're going to have some fun. So this pile of products that I have here on the table are all components of this suite. This is a really sweet suite. Let me find it in my catalog. Looks like it's page 8 and 9. So this is from our brand new mini catalog, the Valentine products. Lots of really cute samples for you. Page 8. And then page 9 shows you the components. So I'll show you those because I have everything from this suite. So let's go ahead and start with our stamp and die bundle. Let me unbury that. So this is a really cute, whoops, had it upside down, really cute stamp set. And then the dies, there are several that coordinate with Designer Series paper or the stamps, but then you've also got some standalone dies in here. A banner, there's a cute little tag that we're going to be using today. Lots and lots of different sized hearts. There's a cute little envelope. And so there's so many options with this die set. You're going to get to see a lot of these dies in action today. Several of these that have the smaller hearts, they cut, you know, several at a time. You've got one, I'm trying to find it. There's one die. I need to put these on a magnetic sheet. This die actually cuts a chain of hearts, and so we'll be using that today as well. So super cute dies and stamps. Let me hand that to Dale and get that out of the way. Then let's go ahead and look at the embossing folder. So this is a really cool embossing folder, the gingham, and we're using it as well. So if you have your kit, you'll get to see that in person, but it's a cute little embossing folder. I've already used it quite a bit. We've got this beautiful real red ribbon, and it's got such a lovely feel to it. Super easy to work with, tie bows with, and I want to say it's 3/8 inches. I may have Dale look for that for me, what size that is. You see it?
It is 3/8.
3/8. That's what I thought it felt like. 3/8 inch wide, which is a great width. Not too skinny, not too wide, so it's a really good size ribbon. Then we've got these super cute little treat holders. And I believe they come 10 in a package.
Yes.
Yes, 10 in a package. So we're going to be using them today. I think that's the first project we're going to make. Big sweet, isn't it? The Iridescent Rhinestones. These are my absolute favorite new embellishment. So let me had to get a new package, y'all. Let me take them out of the cellophane so that you can see a little bit more how shiny they are. They're wonderful about picking up the color around them, so they really take on the colors that you coordinate them with. They're really, really pretty. And then last but not least is the Designer Series paper. So it is darling. Lots of options here. And it really reminds me of those conversation hearts, those cute little hearts that we used to get. They were kind of chalky. They weren't the best candy, were they?
No, they were not.
But they were really cute, you know, that had the little sayings on there like, I love you, you're cute, that type thing. So that is what this reminds me of.
Be mine.
Yes, be mine. Okay, so we got everybody on, Dee?
I believe so.
Any questions or anything so far?
Not that I see.
Okay.
Did you say hello to Jan?
Hi, Jan. Which Jan is it?
Jan Miller.
Hi, Jan Miller. Well, hope you guys are doing well today. And if you're local to us, stay safe because it's crazy out there.
Sherry just joined you.
Hello, Sherry.
She says she loves the paper.
It is really, really cute. So you've got a lot of options as far as colors. I don't think I told you the colors that are in it. Let me read those right quick. You've got Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Real Red, and So Saffron. So not your traditional like red and white and pink. So you've got more options. I really like that. So your first project is going to be this cute little treat holder. So we're going to use those treat boxes. So in your packet, be sure as you are taking things out of your clear envelopes that you're really careful because you've got lots of little pieces inside. And so this one in particular, you've got a very small little red heart. So you want to be looking for that. So you've got a couple of pieces of red cardstock. And I've already lost my little red heart. You see it, Dee?
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Anyway, if I don't have it, I don't have it. I may not have put one in mine because I don't see the purple heart either. No, I just need a red heart. I've got a red heart over there though. Okay, so you've got your box first and foremost. Then you've got a couple pieces of Designer Series paper, and these are 3 and a. Gosh, this is cardstock. Let me slow down. You've got a couple pieces of Real Red cardstock that are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Then you've got Designer Series paper, and this is just 3 inches by 2 inches. Then you've got your cute little petal pink envelope, so we've die cut that for you. And then you should have a small red heart, if you haven't lost it like me. And then you've got a little 1 inch by 1 inch piece of white cardstock. And so it is going to be our little note. Okay, let's put, thank you, Dee. He found me a heart. We've got red hearts and pink hearts and purple hearts all over, don't we? He did the die cutting for me. So let's go ahead and work on our box first. I love that Stampin' Up! Has already cut and scored everything for us. They have even put the adhesive on our box. So go ahead and just burnish all your score lines. And we'll get this little box put together. It comes together very easily.
Diane says hers is in the bag.
Oh, good.
Or
I always try to treat you guys.
maybe yours was in the bag. Did you look?
I didn't see it. It's okay. I'm glad, as long as you guys have them, I can always wing it. So, okay. So you can see how quick and easy this little box comes together once you get all of your score lines burnished. So then I'm going to go ahead and take off. Let me find my take your pick tool. That's always important to have. So that just slides underneath that backing.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Said she thinks that you're getting a text on your phone.
Who did?
LD.
Okay. Is it cutting out?
That's my guess.
Okay, let me look. It's not showing it.
Okay.
Okay. You need to call and see if there's a problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go on the other way.
Well, I don't want to put the box together if there's a problem. If you guys don't mind just typing in if you're able to see okay. We'll just wait for just a minute. Oh, you're right, Diane. I see what you're saying now. It is in my bag. Way down in the very bottom. You are right. Okay, wait just a second. Okay. Sound is spotty. Okay, it may be because of the weather. That may be the problem.
She said the videos are fine. It's just your voice cuts in and out a little bit.
Okay, I think the sound may be spotty because of the weather. What do you think?
Most
Should we
probably
jump
is.
off and jump back on, or just keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. What Diane said was the heart was in the bag, and it was.
Oh, okay.
It was. So, just didn't look. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up these sides and create my box. Just get it lined up. And if you've worked on your score lines and burnished them, it comes together very easily. Then you can just take your bone folder and slide it inside and rub that adhesive and make sure that it makes contact. And you've got your little box put together. Hope I didn't fold that score line. Okay, so there's our little box. And again, that reminds me of those little hearts that we used to get when we were growing up.
Yep. They're cute too.
Mm-hmm. They just weren't the best candy. Did I not grab a bottle of glue? Apparently not. Okay, let's go ahead and now I've got 2 red hearts. Add our designer series paper to our cardstock. If my glue will work. I think that's the glue that doesn't work. I always have multiple glues going. And we'll add that to our cardstock. I watched a friend of mine, Betsy Bishop, actually take a piece of designer series paper and wrap it all the way around the box as well. So even doing that, it did not take a lot of paper. So that's another option. And get that lined up. Oh, something's wrong here. I've cut this wrong. I'm going to go with it though. Mine's going to go end to end. And then we're just going to adhere those to our box. So let me put that piece on the back side. You guys let us know how you're doing, if we need to give you a few minutes or a couple minutes to work, or if you're doing okay. think this would be a really cute treat for a child or grandchild's class. So it's a good size box, but not too big. Or you could take those to work. I love taking treats to work. I know several of you do that. So the next step is going to be to take this little envelope and we're just going to fold on the score lines. You may want to burnish that with your bone folder so everything lays down really well. I love these little envelopes. We had one, I guess about a year ago with the snail mail suite. So if you didn't pick up that die set, you may want to get this one for the little envelope. It's really cute. And I think I'm going to just use a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus because I'm going to adhere my envelope closed. Just a little Stampin' Seal Plus to give that a strong adhesive. And then I'm going to add that. And I left the flap where it could move around a little bit, just a little bit more dimension. Go ahead and add that envelope to my box. And we're going to make 2 treat holders and 2 cards today. So we'll go ahead and do the treat holders on this first video, both treat holders. Now I'm going to use my Real Red ink to stamp this little greeting. And if you don't have this stamp set, then of course you can substitute a different greeting, just to make it look kind of like a little note. And it says, "Glad to have you in my life." We're glad to have y'all in our lives. Right, Oliver? We love our friends.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just added it, and I think I'll pop it up with a dimensional. Couple dimensionals, right?
Absolutely a couple.
Get the backings out of the way here. Y'all doing okay? Any comments, Steve? Everybody working?
You were. They wanted to see the envelope folded again. Do we have another one?
I'm not sure. I just folded it on the score lines. We can cut run real quick. You mind doing that? Just any color. A light color probably helps to show the score lines the most. I just fold on all of the score lines. Now I'm going to add my little heart down here like it's the seal. And that's going to complete our box. But Dale will cut us a envelope real quick. Doesn't take long. We keep the die cut machine out, so. And he's a professional die cutter, you guys. Thank you. Okay, so you've just got the 4 sides, and it already has the score lines for you. When it die cuts, it puts the score lines in. So I just fold them all in and burnish them with the bone folder. And I don't think it makes a difference. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're any different, are they? And I just bring the 2 in and 1 up to form the envelope.
Okay.
Okay? It's a cute little envelope. Now you could certainly take the note and have it kind of coming out from the envelope. So many options that you have, but I thought this was really cute. Okay, any other questions?
No?
All right, well that's our first project for today. So let's go ahead now and I'll let you guys finish up for just a second. If LaDonna or someone would let us know kind of how you guys are doing. And I'll grab the supplies for the next project.
It looks like most of them are done.
Most of them are done? Okay, good. Okay, the next project we have is a little treat holder, and it does stand up. And this is one that I've used a couple of different times in like events. I like to put in a little pillow gift, a little surprise in packages. So this is one that I've used before. I learned how to make this little treat holder from my friend Carol Hickman, and it's one that you can really use pretty much any designer series paper, any supplies. So go ahead and pull out your packet, and this is the one that has the long strip of the purple. And again, watch for any little small pieces. And we'll kind of get organized. So you've got this piece that's 3 inches by 11. This is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. This is 2 3/4, I think, by about 1 1/4 inches. And then you've got a little cello bag. May lose my hearts again. You've got a cello bag, and I'll talk to you about this in just a minute. Then you've got a couple of little hearts. Now I lost my purple heart. Somewhere there's a little purple heart. There it is. You've got a red heart,
The red was left over from last one. Okay.
a large red heart, a small purple heart, and then this little chain of hearts. So what I did was put that little chain of hearts under here when I tied the ribbon on, just to add like a little, almost like a little charm. So let's work on this project. And you've got your ribbon there too. You get to see how pretty this ribbon is. So this piece of Highland Heather cardstock is 3 inches by 11. And then it is scored at 1 1/2, 5 1/4, 6 1/4, and 7 1/4. So let's go ahead and burnish on the score lines first thing. Use your bone folder and get those folds really nice. And just fold them all the same way, and I'll show you in just a minute which one needs to be folded back. Now, after we created these, I realized that if this were cut at 2 3/4, you would get 3 treat holders out of 1 piece of cardstock. So I only got 2 out of each piece of cardstock, but if you made them 2 3/4 inches wide, it would still work great, and you would get 3 out of each piece of cardstock. So the way that this folds up is the center score line here in the middle goes up, the other 2 down, and that's how you just bring it over, and why it's able to stand up. So let me do that one more time. You've got the 3 score lines together. The center one, push it up, the other 2 down, and then bring that over at the top. And it makes a really cute little treat holder. Now what we do with the cello bag for the inside is once you have it kind of gathered up, just set that down in there. We bring it up and over, punch the holes through the bag, and then I go back and cut this off because it's a little bit too long. It's quite a bit too long for this treat holder. Now these are actually some cello bags that I just had in my stash, and they're retired, but we do have cello bags in the catalog. They've got a little print on them that would work really well with this treat holder. This is just what I had on hand when I was prepping everybody's kit. So I think what I'll do is let Dale go ahead and punch. I have such a hard time with my hands after giving so many shots for so many years. Dale's going to go ahead and put the actual treat holder together for me because I have such a hard time punching with the crocodile.
You'll put the piece on the top first. So
I
that
can.
punch it
Oh,
all
yes. Yes, let me go ahead and adhere this piece first. So also, Dale, if you can kind of explain if they don't have a crocodile that can kind of chomp through all those layers. What they can do.
Okay.
I just don't have a lot of strength in my hands anymore. And I may go get Oliver a treat. He's struggling. This wind is really aggravating to him. Okay, Oliver, come in here and Daddy will help.
I want to make sure that the opening is to the top side. And like she said, she puts it in behind everything, and then get it all the way to the bottom. Get everything centered up, and as you have everything centered up, you fold it all over together. Get everything nice and even.
He just wants to go out and bark.
Well, the dogs were running back and forth.
Oh, okay.
And then have the crocodile set from before.
What you need?
Your that centering ruler, if you'll hand it to me. I'll get a little too technical probably.
Yeah, a little bit too. I mean, it's just fine, especially with the stripe. You can eyeball it with the stripe and line it up.
Oh, so I want.
Because you want your holes fairly close together to bring your ribbon through.
Okay, so you want to make sure that they also go. It centers up across from the center, and I punch everything through. 3, and then run it all the way down, and then punch everything through again, and then that keeps everything nice together, and you have a hole through everything. Otherwise, you will want to cut the holes on the outside piece, glue it on, cut the inside piece, mark it, and if you don't have the hand strength to punch through but one at a time, and then just each time you put one in, make sure that you can cut all the way through and try to center it all up.
Thank you. Okay, now we're ready for our ribbon. We'll get that out of the way. Looking for my snips. I want to get a little piece of ribbon. Is it frozen?
Lisa said she didn't know it had the slide pieces to
To set it.
set it.
I didn't either, Lisa. So I'm just going to bring that ribbon through. And I'm just going to tie a knot in the front. But you want to grab your little kind of charm piece to add before you tie the knot. Just kind of bringing that ribbon together and pushing it through. I am bringing it together. I need to use my take your pick tool to help with that. I can always trim the end again if I need to. That worked well. Okay, any questions?
They're good right now.
Okay. Is the video moving or not?
No.
Okay. But what comments are coming through?
Comments are coming through.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I really do think that the weather is having something to do with video quality today. Sometimes what happens, though, is the actual recording is better. So we'll see. We'll just roll with it. We don't really have an option, do we?
Not a good one.
Okay, let me try that again and get that piece under there so I can knot it. And of course you would have put your treats in first. So you did have in your package some Dove chocolates, which would be really cute in this little holder. Or it would be a great little snack for stamp class. Okay, still comments coming through?
The bag on the outside, you weren't supposed to put the bag on the outside. It's on the inside. And
yeah, the bag's on the inside. It's just very long. So that's the next step that I'm going to do, is cut the excess off. Yeah, you have to fold the bag over because it's too long.
well, Lisa said that she ate hers yesterday.
There's a couple people that I think may have already eaten their candy. So now you're just going to need to run to the store and get some more candy to put in your treat holder, right? So I just slide my scissors under there and snip that off once I'm done. I didn't get that super straight.
You have that really good friend that thinks it's just the thought that counts.
But that's how I did it. You could certainly figure out how long you need those cello bags to be and just snip them off before you put them in. And then you could probably even use your trimmer and have them nice and straight. You go get him, please. We all do things a little bit differently, don't we? That's just what worked for me. I just trimmed it off after I had it tied. But of course I would have already put my treats in there too. Okay. The other thing is that I've probably messed up now because, yep, I did. Sorry guys, we're kind of out of sorts today, aren't we? So this is going to be too long now because this should have also been applied before we put it together. So I'm just going to cut off 1/4 inch and see if that helps. Again, it's hidden by that top piece. Let's do another 1/4 inch. So cut off about 1/2 inch. If you've put yours together, maybe you realize that was not going to work. That's what class is about, is learning, right? And I get to learn too. Okay, so it's going to look just fine. I trimmed about 1/2 inch off. I'm still going to be able to slide that underneath. So that was 3.5 inches. So if you add that to the front of your box before you cut it, then that would cut through that piece as well. Always a way around. We're always able to fix mistakes. And it'll show when someone opens the treat, but you know, they're always more focused on getting that treat out than critiquing our work. So it'll work. Working just fine. Okay. So next thing we need, and I already had some ribbon, didn't I? Next thing we need is to go ahead and find our little hearts again. Guess what? We had to trim that front piece because that really should have gone on too, Dale. I'm just looking at my box right quick. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add this little heart. I put it over in the left-hand side, kind of at a little bit of an angle. But there's always a workaround. We just cut 1/2 inch off and we're good.
I like it.
And then we'll add this cute little purple heart. Just a tiny bit of glue. It would probably be better to put it on the red heart. And then you can just add it over wherever you like it.
Joanne says good morning.
Hello, Joanne. So I told them there's always a workaround. So that's our second little treat holder.
Right there.
Pardon?
Hey, Jim.
I didn't put one on there, did I?
Yeah, you got one on.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to go ahead and add an embellishment, you can. I've got just a few little scraps of my rhinestones left on this one. That's why I had to order a new package. So just use my take your pick tool and we can certainly add one. Or more, whatever you like. I forgot that I put one on. Okay, there's our second little treat holder. I'm not sure what time it is, but we will be back at 10 o'clock and we have a cute Valentine card for you. And then at 11 o'clock, we have another card for you, and we're going to go ahead and play this or that. So you won't want to miss that. So we'll see you back at 10 o'clock.